Hi everyone and welcome to Katie's Kitchen. This is our first video for the basics. I'm going to be teaching you a home ec class online. I've seen the meme a million times and it occurred to me that that's what's needed out there because I haven't seen one and I would like to teach you since you all want to learn. So today we're going to do a little introduction of utensils and make some peanut butter cookies, a simple 3-ingredient peanut butter cookie that we all find online, and we'll do that at the end of the show. We're going to get started with all these utensils you see here. Don't get too confused, don't get too scared. I'm going to go through them. And please subscribe down below, and if you have questions or comments, again, please put them. I'm here to teach you anything I know, and what I don't know, I will find out and bring it to you. You are my audience, you are my classroom, and that's what I'm here for. So let's get started. All right, our first set of utensils are whisks. This is your classic standard balloon whisk. Now balloon whisks are perfect for whisking up batters like pancake batters. They'll cut through them super easy, and dry ingredients as well. So this is always handy to have in your kitchen drawer. This one's a smaller version of it, of course, and if you're like me and you're just a single person or with a husband, like me, sorry I'm not single, and you just whisk it up in a smaller bowl, and this is good because it gets the edges a lot better. Now there's another one called the French whisk, and that one's just a little bit more elongated. I do not have that one currently, but it also helps get the edges a little bit better. As well as what's called a roux whisk, and that's that flat one you see and you're not too sure if it's one of those flippers. No, it's not. It's a roux whisk. And that's for your basic pan sauces and salad dressings as well. That one will help you get through it. Same with this. Now this little wonderful spring whisk, this is for flat edges, like in your pans, not a pot so much, but a pan to do your roux and sauces. This is also really good for eggs when you want to make a microwave meal. If you're on the go real fast, this is your best tool to mix up eggs. All right, on to the cheese grater. We all have these, these are very standard, but this side, the bigger side, is mostly for hash browns. Actually, you can shred up your hash browns on here, or your potatoes for hash browns. This side is for slicing, and the little small one is for like your taco cheese, you know, the little thin cheeses. This is not a cheese grater. This is actually a zester for your limes, lemons, oranges, and so on. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can always use the edge of a knife. A steak knife will be very helpful, or a fork, and that'll help you zest. On to our spatulas. Now, we have two different spatulas. This one is mainly for burgers, chicken, and so on in the pan to flip, you know, and it's a little bit thicker on the edge to get that good scoop and flip there. This is one of my favorite spatulas because it's for pancakes. Really, that's what it's for. It's for your thinner batters like pancakes or even crepes. Crepes are good. You're good with this on that. So there's that one. This is also a spatula, not to be confused with this. This is for mixing batters and scraping the edge and getting all those little nooks and crannies into your batter. Next we come to the potato masher. Now not a lot of you have seen these because nowadays everybody uses a hand mixer to make mashed potatoes. Well, this is a little older school, and if you don't have a hand mixer, this will be wonders. Also, it's good for meats, for breaking up hamburger and sausage in the pan to make it a little bit finer as you cook. We're going to go over here to the sifter. This is to make your flours a little bit finer, and it makes the dough just that much better, actually. Adds a little bit more air in there, you know, to get the gluten a little bit higher and sift out all the little beads that flour and sugar and even brown sugar tend to get. So this is a good tool to have in your kitchen as well. Next we have the pasta spoon. Everybody should have one of these. I've seen them in most kitchens, but if you don't, this is what that is. And this will help you scoop up your pasta. And instead of draining it, you know, you have the double steamer pot. You scoop it out. There you go. Now, if you don't have one of these and you want to just drain and flip your pasta, that's fine too, but if you want to scoop it and you don't have a pasta scooper, 2 good forks will always do you wonders. Next, we have a slotted spoon. Slotted spoons are for vegetables and soups. This is not a ladle. You can, of course, serve with it. However, this is to get in there and get really good stirring, I guess I want to say. But it's for vegetables, so the water will drain out, the broth will drain out, and so on. Then we're on to knives. Your knives are one of your basic best tools to have in the kitchen for slicing, dicing, chopping, and so on. That's this particular knife. You want it with a wider edge, okay? Super sharp edge for sure. Then we have your fillet knife. A fillet knife has, where your chop knife has a point end, this has a curved pointy end, as you can see right there. And that's to pierce your fish or chicken, because this could be used to butterfly chicken. You pierce and cut it through. This is your bread knife. Bread knives are super handy. So you don't have to, you're not punching down and squishing your fresh bread. You can pierce and cut it down and slice. Also, while slicing vegetables, meat, bread, cheese, so on, you don't want to saw at it so much. You want to take at an angle, pierce, and cut down as you go. So those are our basic utensils right now. That's what we have. Most everyone has this in their standard kitchen. And if not, I do suggest going and finding them. They're fairly cheap, Amazon, Walmart, Target, so on. You know, even a yard sale. A lot of people will be selling these for a nickel. So there you go. All right, I'm gonna put these away. We're gonna get started on that 3-ingredient peanut butter cookie. Back, and here we are. We have our 3-ingredient peanut butter cookie. Literally, it's a cup of creamy peanut butter or crunchy, whatever you prefer, a cup of sugar, and 1 egg. All right, so let's get the measuring cups. Here's something I always found funny. You have the same measuring cup, both are 1 cup, but look at the different size. So because we love peanut butter, I'm gonna use the bigger 1 cup for the peanut butter. So let's get that filled up. And hopefully it doesn't go everywhere, but you know, things happen. Cooking isn't perfect. Trust me, they edit everything over on Food Network and Food Channel, which I love. Shout out to you guys. So, get that in there. And as you can see, as I explained earlier in the video, the difference of spatulas, this is actually a tiny scoop spatula, and it works wonders. It's longer than a spoon, most spoons, so that's good for measuring out these kind of ingredients. So you can get in that jar and get it all in there. All right, so we got the 1 cup, getting that in the bowl. And instead of using a whisk, because this is a heavier, thicker batter and the whisk will not work, you can use, of course, your hand mixer. I'm gonna just use a spatula for that. Okay, there's that. Make sure you have your apron, handy dandy. Wipe off a little bit of extra peanut butter. That's what the thing is for. All right, let's get the sugar going. Pour a little bit out. Move my tiny measuring cup. This is how much sugar I use now and then. Make sure that your sugar is level. I mean, you can have a little bit more, but not by much. Remember, baking is science, so you want to try and get it exact as possible. So, tap it to the side. See? Nice and level. Pour that in there. Set it down. Let's get our egg. Do yourself a favor. Try and crack it as easy as possible. Drop it in and you're good. You are good to go. Got my spatula for mixing. Cut the egg or pierce the egg so you're not chasing the yolk around the bowl. And let's give it a turn. Here we go. Mixing it all up nice and yummy. And I can't wait. Make sure your oven is preheated to 350. And literally, look at how long that took me. Within seconds. Do you have kids coming home? You don't know what to make them. You want a quick treat, not too crazy, hyped up on sugar, but some good, quick cookie. Here you go. I know as moms on the go, when my kids were little, fast recipes were my friend. All right, you don't want to mix it too mix it. Make sure that egg does get combined in there. And ready? Voila, easy peasy. So we're gonna get our baking sheet and our ice cream scooper and get these in the oven. And I think that's all we wrote. That's all she wrote. And we'll see you back here as soon as they're done. All right, everybody, we're back. We got the pan prepared and we added actually mini chocolate chips, just a handful, give a little All right, real quick, let me mention, if you to prepare your baking pan, if you don't have Pam or spray oil or any of that, literally take a half a teaspoon of oil, put it in the center of your pan, and take a napkin or paper towel and wipe it all over. And as you can see, it's not ridiculously greasy, so I'm not going to fry my cookies. I've had fried cookies. I'm not a fan. If you are, bless your heart. All right, so you want to take your ice cream scoop and you're going to center them probably about 2 finger widths apart. Make sure they're nice and rounded. And what you want to do is you want to get to the edge like so. See that? So it's nice and flat on the bottom. And then you just go down and fill up your pan. And if you want that crisscross section, take your fork and dip it in sugar. And you'll have that. You put it across, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Here we go. We're almost there. Remember, baking takes time. Everything is an instant in this world, and you want that because the more time you take, yeah, there are flavorful things that are super fast. Of course they are. But then you got to remember, they're also pre-prepared. Taking your time is fairly therapeutic, if you ask me. Plus, the food tastes better. Another tip from Rachel Ray that I learned, and I absolutely love her. Brown food is good food. So if your food is brown versus white or burnt, you're going to have very tasty food. I will be right back. I'm grabbing the sugar and the fork. All right, here we go. Make sure your fork is dipped in water so as you can see, it'll hold on to the sugar. And press down gently and pull. That's what you want to do. You don't want to lift it up because you will lift the dough. So pull gently, make your crisscross pattern all the way across. And these are going to come out so tasty. I'm excited. I love the smell of baking goods, bread, cookies. We had missionaries over a long time ago for our dinner. And one of the elders, I'll never forget, best compliment I've ever gotten about my own house. He says to me, Sister Jeffries, I love coming to your house because it always smells like a clean house and baking. I use Pine Sol and bleach when I clean. My kids happen to call it my potion, and so does my husband. But hey, it rocks my house and I'm happy. So some of my favorite smells as I was growing up is baking. I always look forward to my mom baking. My mom didn't cook a lot. That's why I had to start cooking. I literally started cooking. I don't have any culinary training. I started cooking at the age of 5 because my mom was a little sick, and had some depression issues. So somebody had to take care of the kids, and me being the oldest, Plus, I didn't mind it. Even at 5, I didn't mind it. I felt like I was on top of the world because I got to cook for my family. Anyway, so here we go. And there's your crisscross pattern. We're going to pop these in the oven for about 8 to 12 minutes till they're nice and golden brown. Now, here's a trick. You want the bottoms done, very done, because they're going to residually cook as you take them out of the oven from that heat. So they can be just a little bit doughy, if you will, or undone, and they're going to be fine. You won't get sick, you can still eat them, and they're not going to bust, and you're not going to eat raw cookie dough. But here we go, the 3-ingredient peanut butter cookie with a little bit of chocolate chips in there. All right, everyone, thank you for watching, and I do hope you subscribe. Please comment as to what you want to learn. I, again, am here to teach you. This is what my YouTube channel exists for is for you. So stay hungry, and we will see you when we see you.